SNL Weekend update jabs Biden on colonoscopy, poll numbers, Rittenhouse trial, Liz Cheney also targeted. President may be taking down the Biden regime all by himself, without help from Republicans, co-anchor Colin Jost joked. Saturday Night Live skewered President Biden and Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal on this weekend's show. Friday was a weird one for Biden, Weekend Update co-anchor Colin Jost said at the top of the fake news segment. He went under anesthesia for a colonoscopy, and when he woke up the House had passed the $2 trillion social safety net bill. The Rittenhouse verdict was announced and a woman had technically been president for the first time ever. And while Biden was processing all that, he was rushed off to pardon a turkey named Peanut Butter. Jost noted that Biden had just turned 79. Half the country already thinks he's senile. You can't drop all that on him the second he comes out of the gas, he said. The comic said he was surprised how well it went for Biden on Friday, reminding viewers of a viral 2009 YouTube video called David After Dentist that a parent took of a child still loopy from the gas after mouth surgery. Jost said he was surprised no one posted a Biden after colonoscopy video. While talking about former President Trump advisor Steve Bannon surrendering to the FBI on contempt of Congress charges, Jost mentioned that Bannon had said, "We are taking down the Biden regime." "I hate to break it to you," Steve Jost responded, "but I think Biden's got that covered all on his own," as a graphic showed the president's falling poll numbers. Rittenhouse trial. The show spent much of its political punch Saturday focused on Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal on murder charges after he shot and killed 2 people and hurt another during a Black Lives Matter protest and riot in Kenosha, Wisconsin, last year. Hopefully he got all of that shooting out of his system before he becomes a cop, co-anchor Michael Che joked. Che also suggested to protesters who took to the streets Friday to decry the verdict, "Maybe don't tempt him since he just got off on shooting protesters." Jost took aim at U.S. Republic. Matt Gaetz saying the congressman thought Rittenhouse would make a great congressional intern. "Cause Gaetz has always loved teenagers who are willing to do terrible things," he joked, referencing accusations about Gaetz's alleged involvement with a 17-year-old girl. Earlier in the show, Rittenhouse trial judge Bruce Schroeder, played by Mikey Day, leaned into liberal perceptions that he was conservatively biased. Day's Schroeder claimed it was standard procedure that he wouldn't allow the men Rittenhouse shot to be called victims and that instead of being shot they were gadooinked. He also referred to Rittenhouse as his client. Liz Cheney still a Republican. A sketch later in the show called Republican or Not, which depicted a fake game show where contestants had to guess if someone was conservative or liberal based on their statements, mocked U.S. Republic. Liz Cheney after the Wyoming GOP voted to no longer recognize her as a Republican. "But I am a Republican," Cheney, Cecily Strong, argued after coming onto the game show and being told by host Kenan Thompson she isn't one. "You might tell everybody that," Thompson as the host laughed. "But it's not what Republicans say. Like it or not, you are the Rachel Dolezal of the Republican Party." Dolezal was a white professor who served as an NAACP chapter president and lied about being black. "That was so cute," Thompson said after Strong's Cheney argued she had been fighting for Republican values all my life. He said he looked forward to seeing her on MSNBC in about a week. Shankai and the Legend of the Ten Rings star Simu Liu guest hosted the episode and rapper Saweetie was the musical guest.